Well, welcome everybody. It is, we've got our final live today as far as our studio work. We've got Hawke Optics here, but before we start, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors here for Airgun Expo 2022. We've got Gateway to Airguns, we've got Airgun Pro Shop, Hawke Optics, of course, is a sponsor, and we have a bunch of others. If you want to check out all the various sponsors that are helping make this happen, please go to our website, theairgunexpo.com. You can click right on their logo, jump over to their page, and you can even communicate directly with them, which is a really cool feature. So if you've ever wondered, how do I get in touch with so-and-so? Was that you, Angie? Angie is over there. Thank you, Angie, for checking the audio on Facebook. Appreciate that. If you've ever wondered how to get in touch with the company, sometimes it can be hard, but if you click on their logo, if they have a profile on our website for this expo, there's actually a form. You can fill that out, and it goes right to a dedicated person at the company. So I think that is super cool, and we're glad to bring that sort of connectivity to the market. John, enough about that. Let's talk about some optics, man.
I know a thing or two.
You do? I am glad. This is always fun to have you come out. You know you're always welcome. Doesn't have to be a special event.
Of course.
And we'll always just set the table up, and we'll make some time for you. But I know you're here for a specific reason. Primarily, you've got, is it a new Sidewinder or same Sidewinder?
So it's the same Sidewinder that we talked about
last time.
Okay. But this thing is still huge.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It is just growing. The Sidewinder has always been our best-selling optic. And since we did the full redesign, it has just skyrocketed from there.
Okay, and you were telling me that you guys recently released a video, so if people wanted to know the mechanics of what makes it tick under the hood, they can. Where would they see that video?
So they can see that on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and we just completely break down everything about the Sidewinder. If there's any small detail that you want to know about, go watch the video. It's about 8 minutes long, but you learn a ton.
Okay, well that would be very cool. I would probably need to go do that because I just looked through them and they look great, and that's about as far as it needs to go with me. This is my gun here. This is my S510, the tactical, obviously.
Yes.
I run, in fact, I might have gotten this when you guys were here last year, because this is a 4-16 first focal plane Sidewinder. I think it's first focal plane. It is. That's my preference. But this is my scope, my gun. I run the scope on this gun. It's gorgeous. And one of the things I've been talking a lot about, we're going to get to these guys here in just a minute because they take it to like the next level. But oftentimes, like on a more affordable optic, like a lower end optic, if you crank it, like say you have a 6-24 and a 1-inch tube, which is, you see that on Amazon a lot, which is, you get it, 24 power, and you crank it all the way up. It's like looking through a milk bottle.
Right.
With these scopes, when you go to full magnification, it's still clear.
Absolutely. So you're running the 4-16 first focal plane. This one's actually my gun.
Okay.
And I'm running the 6-24 first focal plane.
Yeah.
And this one's 22 cal.
Okay.
And recently had a dealers event and brought out a bunch of cool things for people to shoot. This was the star of the show.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to shoot it. And very end of the day, cranked this thing up to 24 power. At 50 yards, we were able to shoot the staples out of the target.
Yeah, that is the clarity in the optics that the Sidewinder, and actually, I mean, your optics are very clear in general. You get down to the Vantage line, and look, they're more budget scope. They're not going to match the Endurance, and they're not going to match the Frontier, and so forth.
Right. But
they're still very good. But it's like the Sidewinder was purpose built for us air gunners.
Oh, absolutely.
And it is really good. I want to talk about the new Frontier. Now, we've used that a lot throughout the expo. In fact, we were out hunting today, and Tyler, hello Tyler.
Hey.
That's him excited, by the way. Tyler was running the Benjamin Kratos with my Frontier 34 on it.
It worked very
and
well.
he got the first jack. So yeah, it was, he likes the scope. I like the scope. Angie shot the scope. She likes the scope.
She shot the scope.
She did not shoot the scope. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. She shot a gun with that scope. Is that better, Joe? Yeah. You like that? You like
it's all about semantics.
It's all, absolutely. But everybody that's got behind it has really enjoyed the glass on that. So tell me, I know it's a 34 millimeter tube, and that's about as much as I got.
Yeah.
Bigger tube, you need special rings. You have nice rings now with that too, so fill me in.
It's in our Frontier line. So
Okay.
this is our new flagship scope. We released this just this year. It's still brand new. We do it in a 5 to 30 by 56, and this is our 3 to 18.
Is
by
that
50.
new, or did you have that?
We
together?
had that one too. So you'll notice the difference in the two by holding them side to side.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit more compact than the 5 to 30. So if you're looking for something like what y'all were doing, walking and
Stalking,
hunting like that,
yeah.
the 3 to 18 is fantastic.
I have two now because I had one and I called Kevin. Kevin, I'm going to need another one of those. Now I have two, and I do pay a little for them, which is fine, don't mind. But I have the two 5 to 30s.
Yeah.
And because I like bench rest shooting, that's sort of my thing. I really enjoy that. And man, is it sweet to just crank it to 30.
Oh, absolutely.
And just have this bright, clear picture. And the aim points, and you have different reticles too, right?
So it's available in MOA or mill,
Okay, so
but it's still a full Christmas tree.
it is a lot.
Yes.
I mean, I'll have one of my
But it's
plans,
usable.
It is. One of the plans
Yeah.
I have is to figure out a way to film through the scope with like a Tacticam or
Right.
phone scope or some sort of app. I even have the side shuttle phone shot,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I have various ways to try and capture through the scope, but I want to do that so that I can show you guys the reticle because the aim points are many. I don't know how many you have under there,
Yeah,
but it's
there's
not
a
just
lot.
like a little tree with some lines.
Yeah.
There's like dots, and it goes out, and there's a whole grid, I guess would be the way to say it.
Yes.
There's a whole grid. So if you like bench rest shooting and you're dealing with wind and you're having to deal with really precise shot placement, which who doesn't want precise shot placement?
Oh, yeah.
You have less sort of Kentucky windage and more precise aiming with that reticle.
Right.
So
For
I was
sure.
impressed with that.
And it's packed full of other features that you will find in any of our other Frontier scopes. We still do our zero lock and stop
okay.
turrets.
Okay.
They're pop up to still make all your adjustments. Resettable to zero. We include the aluminum flip-up caps with it. We include the screw-in thumb lever with it. But in our others, we had, I think, 6 powers of illumination on it.
Okay.
This one gets 11.
Okay.
So you can really dial in what you want your illumination settings to be on this model.
Yeah, I'm instantly a fan of that scope. I'm going to be showing that a lot in upcoming videos. That's really why I wanted the second one because I have guns that may have dovetail. I have some that have weaver. I didn't want to be taking the gun out of the mount, excuse me. I didn't want to be taking the scope out of the mounts all the time. And you have these special mounts. Obviously, 34 mil tube. You need 34 mil mounts.
Right.
So these are heavy duty tactical mounts. These are dovetails. And then you also have the Weaver Picatinny.
Yep.
So that's why I asked for the second. I just
So-
have it ready to go.
Those are our aluminum ones. We also offer those in steel.
Okay. And what's the benefit? I mean, theoretical?
Theoretically, steel is supposed to be stronger than aluminum.
Okay.
But
yeah, have you noticed?
you also got weight that comes
Yeah, I was
along
just
with
going to say
that.
it's probably going to be heavier. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a heavier ring.
But if you were bench resting off like a large caliber or something, a firearm, we're talking firearm here, but if you were going to be bench resting off of something that was heavy and you're going to be prone and shooting long range, probably the steel would be.
Personally, I prefer steel.
Okay.
Yep.
I got you.
But for most applications, our aluminums will do just fine.
Okay. What else we got here? Because I pulled this. I hadn't actually used this yet. We were using this as a prop in another video, and I threw that little reflex on there. But you have, if you guys don't know Hawke by now, if you're an air gunner, you know Hawke. But if you're not, if you're new and you're watching this and I've never heard of Hawke, okay, so we've got scopes, but you have everything from like the the Vantage non-IR to the Vantage IR. Then it goes to
We have scopes in the range from $100 to $1,500.
yeah. So we have this stepped progression.
You have options.
Yes, and it's not just full optics, but you have that same progression in red dots too.
Right.
So I know we have, and I don't know, maybe somebody, Tyler, could you hand me the Last Resort over there? We have one of my
Love
favorite
that
guns.
Last resort.
It is a 50 cal sort of microcarbine, and it's really set up perfect for an optic like this. That's one of your red dot scopes.
This is one of our endurance red dots. So the big benefit of the endurance, 5-minute auto shut off, and it has shake awake.
Yeah.
So if you sit the gun down when you're at the range, You're going to conserve battery life, but as soon as you pull it up again, your red dot's back on, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I really like this, and I've always liked the. Okay, so I guess this is sort of the difference. If you buy like entry level, your dots aren't clean; they sort of bleed real bad. Well, first of all, you can adjust the brightness to get get what you want there. But I've always found to be able to do that with these red dots on the Endurance and stuff, because if the dot's real big and it's bleeding over, it obscures your sight picture.
Right.
But this, you can dial it in and get what you want.
Right.
Bright lights, no problem. Less, indoors, no problem. You dial it in and you got exactly what you want. But I mean, you have everything from the full size scopes at all price range, and you also have red dots also. Again, at different price ranges too, right?
We do a Vantage series of red dots. We have our Endurance series as well. And then we have a number of reflexes. We do 3 different reflex models. This is going to be our more compact one. So it's kind of used to pistols. We also do 2 larger ones. That's going to be our wide views.
Okay.
So you get, as it says in the name, a lot larger field of view through it.
Would you use that like on a shotgun or something? Is that the point there?
Great for shotguns.
Okay.
Great for shotguns.
John's mic keeps breaking up.
Okay.
It's
internet. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, we're recording. The other scope I want to show, and this is just, I'm kind of going through some of my personal preferences.
Yeah.
Can I get Joe to hand me the Notos? Do we pronounce it right?
No.
He
Joe,
won't give that up.
No, this is a new gun from Umarex, and it's a little microcarbine kind of setup. And I threw. Now, you showed me this at SHOT Show one year, and we use this a lot on our SWA shotguns.
Yes.
So it's a 1-4. This is the Endurance, I believe.
Yes. So it's our mid-grade scope.
Yeah. So the glass is super clear. It's a 1-4, so it's like instant target acquisition.
Yep.
Plus, you have a little zoom if you want it, a little magnification. Got a great center point reticle. You can just sort of, circle whatever you want to hit. And with a shotgun, that's why we put in the SWAs.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. So you just kind of set that where you want it, pull the trigger. Great as far as illuminated reticle pattern as well.
So you were talking about how good the glass is in this.
Yeah.
This is the same glass that you get in the Sidewinder.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I understand now.
Yep, both of these, the Endurance and the Sidewinder series, both get 18 layers of coating on the lenses.
Okay.
So you really get that crisp, clear picture.
Okay.
And then really your upgrade from that is the Frontiers, where you get 21 layers.
I got you. And it's that coating that gives you the enhanced imagery.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, I don't know if you're still doing it, so maybe I should have vetted this question. Are you still doing the ED glass version of anything?
So we got a lot of ED models in our binoculars.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's transition over to
the old Sidewinder ED.
The Sidewinder ED. That's what I was thinking about. And ED, by the way, is extra low dispersion glass.
Right.
So it's super good at transmitting light. That's what, and if you have like a high-end telescope or a really good camera lens, you're going to have ED glass. That's the terminology.
So the step up above ED glass is the apochromatic lenses.
Okay.
And that's what we released the Hawke APO binoculars.
I have a set of those.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
So our Frontier binoculars, the EDXs, have been great selling binoculars for us. They've won multiple awards. Well, we decided, hey, we want to take it one step further. And so we came out with the APO model.
Okay. I need to talk about something as a person who's blind as a bat without my glasses. I struggle with using any sort of binoculars. And the reason is because I can't get it right up against my eye. These actually, and I don't know how many people, maybe everybody does it, but Hawke was the first company that I really noticed it worked well for me. But you can extend these out.
Yep.
And, once I get my focus where I need it.
Camera 2.
Let me go to camera 2. Once I go here, right? So I can extend these out, and now they match. Well, I would use that if I was like this, okay? But you can shrink these in.
If you have glasses on, screw them all the way in.
And now I have a full sight picture without having to kind of hunt to see the image. That is, I haven't really seen another pair, and I'm sure other people do it. But for me, Hawke was the first one I ever noticed that did that actually worked well for me.
Right.
So I think it's a great feature.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and I have a set of those, and they are extremely clear, and it's just, it's really nice when you're looking through glass. and it's really nice glass. I don't know how else to put it.
Absolutely. And we do those in an 8x42 and a 10x42.
I'm not quite sure which model I
Yeah.
have, but it's another one of those that I paid for because I wanted the set.
Well,
It's really nice.
Normally we always talk about the scopes, but there's so many other products that you would need.
Yeah.
Binoculars are a big thing. Rangefinder.
Okay.
And so we got our, up here we have our Endurance rangefinder.
Okay, so I'm
so-
going to ask Angie to hand me my old rangefinder because I'll show you what I'm still using. Kevin,
Do you know where
there's one hanging up over there on the wall. Kevin,
I know a guy.
yeah, I know. I know a guy too. Yeah, and Joe's going to be hitting you up too, Kevin. But I'll show you the one I'm still using, and it works good for me. But I'm looking at the compact nature of that. Yeah, so here's mine. Okay. So tell me the difference, because this is an older model. I've had this for a couple
That
years.
is an older model. So we
Old,
upgraded.
Old, Kevin.
We upgraded a lot of things in this. Biggest one that you're going to see in it, when you go to shoot your range, we put an OLED display in here.
Okay.
That's kind of got a reddish orange look to it.
Okay.
So big benefit of that is if it's starting to get late, it's a little bit darker, and you go to range. Before, you'd have to try to look up at the sky or look up at something else to try to see your reticle. With this,
Okay.
you don't.
Okay.
As soon as you range it, there it is.
That's cool.
And where your old model is a 600 meter, this one's 1,500 meters.
That's cool.
So that's, what, 1,640 yards?
You were telling me, and it might have been the last time you were here, that the technology you guys use in the rangefinder is slightly different. You almost look horizontally versus vertically.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that, the difference. This may be important for you guys that are looking at a rangefinder for accuracy and ranging accuracy. So that's why I'm asking this question, because I remember there was something unique you guys did.
Right. So rangefinders don't. Originally, I thought when I was growing up, hey, rangefinder shoots a beam out, beam comes back. But in truth, it's not a beam.
Okay.
It's more like a spread pattern.
Okay.
And then a lot of companies do a vertical spread pattern, and when it goes out. Well, what we use is a horizontal pattern. So you actually get a more accurate range on what you're ranging.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And these actually have a little bit of magnification on them as
Yep.
well.
6-power magnification.
So I think that
put them at the front?
yeah, sure.
Yes.
Do they still make this one? They still offer
we
that
do
one?
not.
You need a radiation suit to use that one.
Is he ready? Just one of the reasons I like this, if you're out, like say you're in like our environment here where it's very, very dense,
Yes.
and you're not really going to see that far anyway, but you want to see, is that shadow or is that thing game, or am I just looking at a cactus here?
Right.
That does have some magnification. Not when you go to range it, you've got a 6-power zoom.
Right.
It's useful. It's like a monocular with
a built-in rangefinder.
rangefinder. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I find that very, very useful. And this was a lot easier for me to carry around. It won't be as easy as that, but it's a lot easier for me to carry around, throw this in my pocket, and just walk around with that than having to carry heavy
Right.
binoculars. And you really don't want to be, well, here it doesn't matter so much, but you really don't want to be like looking through your scope and using your scope like binoculars. It's not really good etiquette.
Well, then you could be flagging something that you don't want to flag
There you go.
with the barrel of your gun.
Yeah. So these I think are really good. Is this like the top of the line unit that
So
you have?
that's going to be the top of the line unit. Our entry level is our standard LRF.
Okay.
We do that in a 400 and an 800 yard model.
Okay.
Our Vantage series has all the same features as the Endurance, but it doesn't get the OLED display.
Okay.
It's still going to be like that standard black LCD display that you're
Okay.
used to.
Okay.
But do it in, I believe, 400, 600, and 900.
Okay. And if they want to learn, oh, we didn't talk about this.
We haven't talked about that
Okay.
yet.
So is this new?
So we came out with that, I believe it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
But it is still just such a popular product.
Okay.
I mean, I absolutely love it. Guys, that's a 9 to 27 power spotting scope.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
That you can
like-
literally fit in your back pocket.
That's actually that would be really handy. I
Well,
mean,
the biggest problem
anywhere.
with spotting scopes, you don't want to take it with you. It's
Yeah.
too big.
Yeah.
And that, I can leave it on the window mount in the center console of my vehicle.
Yeah.
And when I need it, I can pull it out and use it.
Now, do you guys sell the window mount?
Yep.
You guys
We sell the window
accessories?
mounts as well.
Okay.
We also sell tripods.
Show
Okay.
the camera.
So that just slides on your window.
Yep.
If you haven't ever seen how that works. And it's nice and cushioned, so you're not going to
Yep.
damage your window, which is nice. So, and does this have the removable light? It does.
Yep. Eyepiece is removable.
Yeah, so you can change that out. That's very, very slick.
Yep.
Um,
And it
very
comes with a
compact.
neoprene cover for it.
Okay.
And so something that's different, you're used to having your zoom up here, of course, but that's our focus. The big black
Okay.
ring right there in the center.
All right.
Yep. And just like you were saying on the binoculars, we have the screw out eyepiece.
Okay. Is that new? Because I don't know that is that.
Nope.
Is that new? Yes, no, no?
Nope.
Okay.
That's something that we incorporate with all of our
Okay.
stuff.
That's very, very cool.
We keep blind guys like you in mind.
I'm glad. Because I need somebody to. Yeah. Because literally, I wish my dad was still here.
Well, I'm nearsighted. I just never wear my glasses.
No, I wish my dad was still here. I'd like to show you his glasses because they were about that thick, and I wish I was kidding. I'm like almost heading that direction. Poor guy. Poor me. He's gone. But anyway, moving on. I think that is a great feature just for guys like me who absolutely cannot see anything without my glasses. So, okay.
Well, I noticed mine's getting worse as every
You're
year.
getting older?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you get older. If they want to learn more about not only the stuff we've talked about here,
Yep.
but anything you sell, where are they going to do that?
They can go to the Hawke Optics website.
Okay.
It's just hawkeoptics.com. They
Okay.
can check out our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube channel.
One thing we'll say, one thing I'll ask, and I already know the answer, but I want you to talk about it a little
Okay.
bit. Warranty on your products, because that's a good
Right.
question. How do you guys handle warranty issues? What do you cover? What do you don't cover? How does it apply to the different levels of your products and so
Right.
forth? How does that work?
So things happen.
They do.
No, it could be something bad from the factory. It could be, hey, I dropped this out of the back of my truck. Things happen. All the Hawke Optics products are covered with a lifetime warranty.
Okay.
Anything happens to it, get in contact with our office. You can talk to one of our warranty techs and they can take care of you.
Well, there you go. And that is awesome. How does that apply to like the rangefinders and maybe the electronic stuff?
So the electronic stuff, we offer a 2-year warranty on
Okay.
it, but everything else, lifetime.
All right.
It's
Well,
just the electronics on the inside.
Sure, I get it.
Yep.
Well, hey, I think that is awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. I mean, I love having you out here
Oh.
anyway.
Always great coming out.
You know, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
Come on out here and always talk about cool optic stuff with us and bring more gear.
Well,
Bring more toys.
maybe for 2023, I'm
Yes.
going to have some new stuff I can bring out here.
You know, I was going to ask you, we're off topic a little bit here, but I was going to ask you if you've had a bit of a challenge over the last couple of years with COVID and everything going on.
It's been challenging. I think the whole industry has had a big challenge.
Yeah.
So with us, we have been very fortunate with the ability to have our warehouse in the UK, our warehouse in the US. We've been able to have product when other people haven't.
Have you had issues sort of like in product development where you had to slow down? That's sort of what I was getting
we
to.
definitely slowed down our product
That's what I
development.
was wondering, yeah.
And then you saw it this past year where we released quite a few new products.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2023 is going to be even bigger.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much for coming out. Guys, check out hawkeoptics.com. Check out all our sponsors here. It's been another great day here at Airgun Expo. And we've got a whole nother day. And before we even get to that day, we've got a nightly wrap. You've got to go, though. You've got to go
Yeah.
get ready to some appointments. But we do have some new characters to share with you guys tonight. So it's going to be a fun night. So definitely join us at 7 o'clock. And we will see you sooner than later, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come back through and we'll just maybe just go do some shooting. That'll be a lot of
Oh,
fun.
for sure.
So thank you so much. Here you go.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you too. Guys, join us here at 7 o'clock. We got another live. We're going to be doing our daily wrap. Again, if you have questions, check out their website. And if you want to see anything about any of our other sponsors, we've got Gateway to Airguns, Airgun Pro Shop, and the whole slew of the folks that have helped make this happen. You can check them out on our website, theairgunexpo.com. You guys have a great night. See you later.
Thanks, guys.